All right. Well, I thought I was taking a picture, but all right, I'll start my video now. So, starting up front here. All right, we've got excellent curb appeal, but it needs a little pick-me-up. I don't know if those bulbs are burnt out right there and there, or if I forgot to put that breaker on. But lights, all the burnt bulbs need to be replaced. If we got a pressure washer, I think I saw one in the backyard actually. Pressure wash this little white fence, give a little pick-me-up. Up here, I would just simply pull the weeds and put down some mulch. You've got a couple flowers, a couple little things going on. Just keep it simple. The house, I would say the whole property needs to be pressure washed pretty good. Cleanliness is such a simple, low-level thing, like the low-hanging fruit. It really just takes some elbow grease and effort, but by God, does it bring the biggest results in real estate. It really, really, really does. Got a little bit of rot in the fascia boards here, so that would come up with a VA loan. This right here, the peeling paint, this would come up in a, all of this, yeah, wow, they used the wrong kind of paint or something. They didn't prime it. They should have put, oh, duh. Of course, paint is not going to stick on a chalky substance surface like that. That would come up in an FHA inspection. And all of that would have to be sanded and repainted, or you would be able to close. But any of these little areas where there's rotting, little bits of rotten wood, that would come up if you get a VA buyer. So the VA and the FHA have minimum property requirements. Conventional, we don't have to worry about that stuff. As long as they can get homeowners insurance, it'd be fine. That cracked rubber sleeve will come up, but it's not a big deal. I wouldn't worry about that. I'd pull all these little weeds coming up out of the crevice. Obviously, get rid of all of this garbage. Clean the ledges off. Again, pressure wash. Just get all that drip edge. Just needs to be pressure washed. This tree branch needs to be removed right here. I would take just I'd cut it right there. Just cut that whole branch off. Get it out of here because it's touching the roof, and that's a problem. You're actually touching the neighbor's roof too. I would say, let me back up a little bit. While you're up there, just do them a favor because they have solar panels. They're gonna like you for it. I would cut both of those branches off because I'm surprised they haven't done it already because it's going to damage their panels. I'd probably cut it, I'm not an arborist, but I don't know if you cut before or after the joints, but somewhere in that area is where I would cut it. I personally would leave that, although it may look better if you cut it from there, but that's a lot more work, a lot more wood to remove. That stuff's heavy. You would solve the problem by cutting it there. Get rid of that, get rid of that. All right, backyard, huge potential. This is an adorable backyard. I absolutely love this tree. Oh, okay. There's more areas, I didn't see that before, where the tree is touching the roof over there. Just a little hacksaw and cut, the ones that are dangling down. Those are little ones. They just need to be pruned back. Keyword is not touching the house. These are different though. I would just cut them back because that'll be easier. Speaking of trees, we got some trees growing out of the gutters here and some ivy hanging down, so all that needs to be removed. I think you said something about maybe even taking the gutter off. I thought you said something about the gutter wasn't helping, it didn't work. I'm sure you had it cleaned, and you're not saying it didn't work because it's full of trees. So either tear it off or clean it. And if you clean it, if you choose to, I mean, obviously it's more value if you keep it, but then you're gonna have to clean it out and then just seal up that little seam there with some caulk or something. I see more areas of paint that could be touched up. Now I'm just running through everything. I don't know what you're willing and not willing to do. So we're just going to go through everything that could be done. I'm not sure what this is. If you could explain that to me. The electric cord, where's that darn thing? I don't know if it's buried. Oh, I see it sticking out over there. I don't know what that was for. That's obviously not going to pass an inspection. That would be a big red flag. And the easy thing is to just disconnect it. Obviously pick this up. A lot of it is just because you haven't been living here. Just deferred maintenance, cleaning up. I love this little raised bed. I would leave this. I know it's missing a piece of wood over here on this other side. If you've got a piece of wood you can slap in there, that's great. It's a cute little area. We could just put some mulch in it and call it a raised flower bed for herbs. And that would be that. Oh, another tree. All right, you've got some tree issues. People plant trees, or bird poop sometimes plants trees in really bad places. And then you get rogue trees. Oh, God. Stepped on a hole. And you get these rogue trees growing up on the side of a house way too close. That's a problem, but it doesn't have to be your problem, because that's, well, I don't know. I don't know how handy you are. If you can, I would cut that baby, just get rid of it, because nothing good is going to come from this tree. I would just cut it down as far down to the ground as you can get it. I was going to say just cut the ones that are touching, but really they're all touching and they're too close. And the way it's rooted is it's never going to grow right. It's already starting to hug the roof line. Let me walk up here while I'm here. This twiggly thing could be pulled out, or again, just cut down. Oh, yep. All right, so when I see stuff like this, that tells me we probably don't want to entertain VA offers. You've got some definite wood rot. All of that would rot. You've got the original wood soffits. So all of that would come up in an inspection and would have to be replaced before the veteran would be approved for their loan. Those are part of the minimum property requirements. All right, let's slither back through here. Okay. All right, going back inside now. This is obviously from the water damage. More just rotten wood, and I know you know this is all here. I don't know what to say about that just yet. I'm gonna pick my battles. I'm shocked that with that buildup, the water is still coming in here. So I want you to clarify to me, is it is it literally coming up over this and rolling in? Or is it somehow, it looks like you even sealed it really good, or is it somehow seeping under, like coming from under the slab into the room? I would like to know that. Okay, for my safety, I'll just shut this door. Whew, that's a hard door to shut. Okay, this room is a great freaking room, and I wish we could get it to look livable. I don't know if it's still actively flooding. If it is, well, that's a drag. If it's not, do we have enough floor? Do we have more of this floor? I don't think so. Because it'd be great to just put the floor down, give it a fresh coat of paint. It's really dark in this room. I would, again, I don't know. I'm just, ideally, this would be a much lighter colored room because it just makes it dark and small. This room looks great. If we have a globe for that fan, that'd be fabulous. If not, it's okay. Closet looks great. I don't know if that bulb is burnt out or I just didn't turn it on. Oh, and bulbs, as far as bulbs, because it's very dim in here, which is fine for living in, but for showings, we need to get it as bright as possible in this house. And because the way it faces north and south, we're not getting direct sunlight. It comes up and goes over. So that means we have to rely on bulbs. So get the daylight, bright, white bulbs. Daylight, light. And I don't know if you can use it with these. I know these Edison bulbs are what a lot of these types of lights are meant for. Actually, I don't know if your recessed lights are burnt out, or maybe I didn't turn that breaker on. These are probably specialty ones. You probably can't do much with that. If these are working, that's good. This, if we could, for showings, if those are regular, I think they're the E29 bases, and we can put regular bulbs in there, that would be the desired outcome. Kitchen has huge potential. Love, love, love the kitchen. I'm afraid to open the refrigerator. I don't know if you've got stuff in there that's going to make it stink or not. I haven't opened any of the cabinets yet. Basically, this is great. Awesome kitchen. I say just clean it. Give it a good cleaning. If it needs to be touched up white paint, glossy white paint, that would be great. Or hopefully it's just dirty and it's just a matter of cleaning it. Oven's not too bad. I would probably still give it a good cleaning. And I'd probably give that a quick white coat of paint so it doesn't look like there was water damage. Really, I mean, obviously the home needs a really good scrubbing. Love these shelves. These are IKEA shelves, I think. Yeah, I've got some of these. Love those. Love the tile. Love the light. Love, love, love it. This kitchen has got a lot going for it. Yeah, a little light. It's flickering. It's not coming on, so we need a new bulb in here. But the fan works good, so okay. And then, okay, I'm already over here. We got a little discotheque out here. It hurts my eyes. Can you see that in the film? It's flashing pretty bad. This area has a lot of potential, but it obviously needs cleaned up a little bit. I know it's not the most ideal. Is that sticking up out of? Oh my God, it is. Need something over top of that. That's like a good trip hazard. Something to, whoop, like standing right in front of that bow. Something to freshen this up a bit. I think, let's see, your washer and dryer was here. Your washer was there. Where was your dryer? Looking for your dryer vent. Oh, it's hanging down. Oh, that's right. I think you said it was a stackable. Okay. Stackable washer and dryer, that's great. So that was there. And as long as this is all functioning, it looks like this is pulled out. I don't know if it's just a matter of pushing it back again, pushing it back in place. A little heavy for me, but that would be ideal to get that in a place where it's working. It can actually work again. I don't think this is big enough to park a car in because of this. If this is not, ouch, darn it. If this is not attached, I would say you would get a better value if we could relocate that bad baby. I would put it, just because right now there's no parking unless you're driving a golf cart. I would take this and let me think where you could put it. I don't think it's too big for that wall, and that would block the door anyway. You know what? It may end up just going outside. I mean, it's not a bad table, but it is blocking the garage. And I don't know necessarily that you have to move that, but I guess maybe it would just could be something I would suggest to like in the listing. I just want to make sure this is not attached, because really there's nowhere else to put it out here where it's, yeah, no, it's too big for this space. It's too big for this space, and that would block the door anyway. Looks like somebody put this up, which was a good idea. I like that that's there. If it could be cut down, it could go in here, but I don't know that that's really an option, and probably more work than it's worth. Yeah, it's a pretty simple looking table, so I'm not going to sweat that too much. Ideally, something would be here, definitely to cover the tripping hazard up. The last thing we want is somebody in here showing the property, because people come in and they're looking up and looking around. They're rarely looking down at what they're stepping on. And I've seen people, lots of people, trip and fall in open houses like this. They'll just come walking, trip right over it, and fall into the living room. Let's go over here. This room is great. Love it. Just needs cleaned up. I didn't test the little lights out that were strung around. I pulled the Santa off. Oh, I think it's like a sticky stuff. That should be easy. This is cool. This is great. I don't know why they didn't do the floor in here. I'm a little disappointed about that. I was hoping it had the same floor throughout. I know you've got some seams that have come apart, but it is what it is. It's not perfect, but that's okay. But I sure wish they would have included this room. But it's not like it's something I expect you to do, although it is pretty rough. I wonder how much it would cost to just put carpet down in here. If it's going to be a short sale, then obviously you're not going to want to do anything that's going to cost money. You're just going to want to do the sweat equity. Clean it out, get it deep cleaned, either do it yourself or hire someone. That is worth it, I promise. A good deep cleaning. The bathroom is great, but it obviously needs a very good scrubbing. Maybe even some fresh caulk if that does not come clean. It just needs really cleaned up is what it needs. You've got rust down there on the bottom. It really needs a good cleaning. Looks like a little bit of water damage there. If we could get that, even just like touching this up, you know, chipping that down with a like a putty knife, just try to get it flatter, get some dark brown paint and just paint over top of it. You may have even done that. Maybe no, that's the factory stuff. But just some of these things, you know, just conceal. Just try to diminish the look. But everything else in here is good. Just that and cleanliness. clean, 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 clean scrub. Maybe fresh caulk. Particularly around the bottom. It looks decent at the top. Probably wouldn't mess with that. But definitely all around the bottom, and it needs scrubbed. If you can get the grout in here back to, I want to make sure what color it was to begin with. It's probably a light gray. I can't really tell. Yeah, maybe it was a dark color. I'm not sure. And then do we have a piece of flooring that we can put in here? That would be a good move, because this looks really rough. Come back to that again. That's pretty much it. Holly, what are these things up on the wall? Is that tape? I think there was something hung up there. I would pull that down. Again, a lot of sweat equity, a lot of just time. Your time to come here. This needs to be removed, scrubbed, and if it doesn't come nice and clean, bright, spray paint it. It's not going to, I can tell. Clean it really good and spray paint it white and put it back on there. This needs to be scrubbed down. And if it won't come back to its original glory, paint it. I don't know if you have the touch-up paint of this color. It really, I know you got little ones. I can see their handprints, and I can just see them, coming around the wall because it's about that height. Yeah, this is all chipped up. So painting, again, I know if you don't have the paint, you have to buy the paint. So we're going to have to talk about that. I'm just going through and giving you, ideally what needs to be done to get this property to show in its glory, which is A, remove all garbage. If you can, I would leave this table. It helps for staging purposes. Leave the table and chairs if possible. 2, clean, scrub, 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 scrub. And that's interior and exterior. Exterior needs a full pressure washing, all the garbage needs to be cleaned, all the stuff either stacked up neatly somewhere or removed. If still keeping things here, like all your kayaks and stuff, I get it. They just need to be, after all the weeds are pulled and the cleaning is done, put them somewhere, stack them somewhere neatly. Maybe up against the fence in the backyard or something. And then if possible, paint. This is the only room that I would say really, if possible, if you've got some, and you know what, I actually have I think I have a big old jug of 5-gallon paint that I don't want. It's like, it was supposed to be a gray and it turned out more like a light blue. It would go fine in this house. If I still have that paint, I'm happy to give it to you. And it was a big 5-gallon bucket, and it was about 3/4 full. So that would help, because it's actually really close to this color. It's really close to this color. So it may even help just as a touch-up paint in some areas. And then, you could probably do well with a couple gallons of some good white paint to touch up all the trim. So that would be, cleaning, paint, deep cleaning, painting, and then I would stage it. I would put items, decor, rugs, things around. That little piece of floor up by the bathroom. If I need to know if this is still flooding. It doesn't look or smell like it is. So when was the last time it got wet in here? And do you have enough flooring, or do you have the funds to be able to get the flooring to finish this floor? I think this is the same that's up here. I think it's the same throughout. I don't know if you're good at this, but I would cut that and definitely patch up that spot right there, for sure. And That's pretty much the minimum, I would say, to get it ready. This room, ideally, if you do end up buying some laminate, if you can find this matching laminate, great. You just get enough of this to finish the back room and put in here as well. That would be huge. That would be like next tier. And that's pretty much it. I'm not, you know, I wouldn't worry about the ceiling fans are fine. Windows are great. Maybe a little bit, a couple plants for curb appeal. Appliances look fine. That's pretty much it. So I'm making this for you, but I'm also making it for me, just to kind of plan and come back at with some ideas. Oh, I just realized there's no motor on this garage door opener. So this is not an automatic garage door. I don't see a motor. I thought it was because it looks rather new. But now that I'm taking a close look at it, which makes sense because you can't park in here, so I can see maybe why somebody did not put an automatic garage door opener with it. Or maybe they removed it at some point. I don't know. So anyway, that's that. I hope this has been helpful, and we'll talk soon. Okay, thanks.